You are crashed out, currently resting after the events that happened the last two sessions. And Sam,
Hello.
you are fast asleep. Are you sleeping outside? You were harnessed to the actual ship via rope. But is Sam sleeping while he's out there, or
Well, he's been incredibly grumpy because everyone's been teasing and annoying him, and he feels quite sad and alone, floating along, feeling like shit, not looking his best. So I think eventually he probably fell asleep out of tiredness. But yes.
cool? Oh, oh no, I'll get it later. I bought myself a DM screen,
Ooh.
the same one as Graham's got the other day when I was in Sheffield. So, so yeah, you as well, Sam. You trying to sleep and all these things going on in your head, and finally, after maybe an hour or so, we'll say you, Sam's able to fall asleep. You have no idea exactly how long has passed, but Sam wakes up, and as he wakes up startled, I would imagine the first thing he does is try to take a big breath of air.
Yep. Especially if he's been snoring.
As you do, you have the taste of salt water in your mouth, and then you realize when you breathe in this water, you are only breathing in water. There is no oxygen getting to Sam. So at this minute in time, Sam is tied to the ship, out the ship, no suit on, no helmet on, and you currently have 1 minute of oxygen left in one's body.
Well, he's going to immediately struggle to the surface because I envisioned him as just being kind of like rope tied to the boat, just kind of like bobbing along under the
Well,
waves.
the boat hasn't moved. The
Oh.
dragon dropped you off here and said, "Have a rest, and he'll be back."
Mm-hmm.
So you're still at the bottom of the ocean,
Oh Christ, we're not. We're not.
attached. No, no.
Um. Right. How far are we from the surface?
I would say roughly about minimum of 1,200 feet.
In minutes?
Minimum, possibly more. In minutes,
A
well,
lot.
your swim. Yeah, it would take. I would say swimming would take a good 30 minutes to reach the surface. It took you at least an hour or two to descend via the ship.
So can I use something like Eldritch Blast to kind of like rocket propel myself to the surface, or will I end up with the
But
bends?
you are currently tied to
Uh,
the ship. Don't forget.
and
And
do I still
you
have my
know
weapons and stuff?
you removed your suit and you have everything on your person, but obviously, if you was to try to speak, it'd just be bubbles and no audible sounds would be heard.
Well, I'd like to think that even though Sam is a fairly heavy sleeper, he's probably realised very quickly what's going on. So I'm going to try and cut through the rope, please.
Do me a quick
Panic
perception
check?
check. No, perception check. Just do me a perception check.
Average.
So
Less than.
as you wake up, though, you notice that your skin, like on you can see, is no longer translucent. You see flesh, flesh and skin, and your hands have returned to how they were.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 18,000. Yeah, that's probably closer. I didn't work out how long, but yeah. But yeah, what would you like to do?
Panic?
Panic? I mean, well, with your perception, I mean, obviously, when the ship, when you left the ship, you know there was a certain part of the ship that allowed you to pass through the bubble, and you could see the rope is also leading out of that one part of the bubble around the ship.
So is there a part of the ship that's still got oxygen in it, isn't there?
The ship is like has a bubble around it, which
Right. So I'm gonna need to try and get back onto the ship to get inside the safe bubble. So try and cut myself free and scramble up what I can. I don't think I've got much else on me that I can use. Yeah, I mean, how far away have I been tied?
It's a piece of rope, so at the very most it would be 50 feet away. So, but I'll say it's tied up, and you are 15 feet out of the bubble. The bubble expands out, and you are about 15 feet outside the bubble.
I mean,
Not too far.
can I use Eldritch Blast as a rocket propel? I don't think so. It's not a force. It just creates beams. Actions. It's just energy beams.
You could try it, and obviously, the higher the attack roll would mean that you are propelling yourself in the right direction.
It's
But
force. It's force damage.
yeah,
Like Jedi Force, maybe? Use the Force, Sam. Right. I mean, that's not... It's not brilliant.
so have you cut yourself free, did you say?
Yeah.
So you've cut yourself free, and then with the 9 as your thingy, as you try to blast yourself closer to the ship, you have just moved yourself 10 feet further away from the ship, as if you haven't worked out that maybe the tide with a 9. So I would say you are now 25 feet away from the ship, and
Okay.
time is ticking. Sam's starting to struggle.
I've realised with all the strange stuff that's been happening that not everyone else has been aware of, that he's still not sure whether it's real or not, but with hope and light fading, Sam is going to screw up his eyes tight and pray to this weird entity that's been in his dreams that he's not told anyone else about. But he knows that there's a source to the power he's found recently, so he's going to pray to Hyacinth for help.
Well, Sam does this, and he starts praying. Just before he closes his eyes to start praying, what you are going to notice is Via's second in command is standing on guard, and he starts pulling the rope to try and drag you back into the ship, because if you'd have pulled the rope, it would have dragged you back into the ship.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Then he pulls the rope and finds it cut on one end and sees you out there. But while all this is going on, Sam is now starting to really struggle. His energy is starting to sap. He's been underwater, breathing in actual seawater, and he's struggling at the moment. But roll me a quick perception check.
5.
A 5. So the water is in your eyes, and you're starting to panic, and you don't notice anything. You're not quite sure what's going on. You seem to be further away from the ship. Oh, okay. I can't use that token. I can't find one. But what you are going to happen is... just get that up. I thought it was going to be on here. Oh my god, my phone is gay. But yeah, you're struggling, and you don't know what's happening at the minute. You can't see anything. And then, is this the right one? Yeah. Oh, I thought I had a different. You start feeling a hand grip on your wrist. You don't see where it comes from. And as you turn around, you see creature you've never seen before. You don't know what it is,
Mysterious.
but it seems to have almost wings, but wings that are not flying, but propelling it through the water.
Is it a penguin?
It's not a penguin,
Okay.
no. And it pulls your hand, and it starts dragging you closer to the ship. And then what you hear is... Do we do underwater talking? No. You will just hear... Hyacinth has heard your call. He's also seen what you've been doing recently.
Oh, really?
He seems quite happy. While then this Sam, whether you understand all this or hear it or not, I don't know, but you, Sam's struggling to breathe, and she drags you closer and closer to where she saw the rope disappear, and she throws Sam through the gap. And if you want to roll me a quick dexterity save.
That's a 22. Now we're talking.
And
now we're talking.
You get, as she throws you or pushes you through the opening to get back on the ship, Sam somehow flips as he flies and
Graceful.
is no longer being his actions not being controlled by the water. He flips in the air.
Landing. Superhero landing.
Superhero landing. Lands on one knee, and within seconds, just starts throwing up seawater,
Nice.
coughing, gagging.
It was all going so well until the throwing up.
Then the first mate will come over and ask, "Are you okay, Sam?"
No, very much not.
What happened? I mean, you was fine out there not so long ago.
Yeah, then I wasn't. Now I'm here, which is lucky. Very lucky.
Have you got to change your clothes? Just maybe you should get out of those wet clothes right now.
I think I need to go and lay down. And finish throwing up. I'm sorry about the deck.
I'm sure they would be happy that you're alive, regardless of anything else. I mean, you're a friend of Dolian, so...
Sam threw up all over his deck.
Yeah.
And yet you are now free to go. The rest of the party have had about 2 hours resting already when this has all happened, so Sam's able to go and find somewhere to rest, and he will also have the benefits of a long rest.
But when he wakes up eventually in the morning, he will be gasping just out of memory and fear of this.
So you all rest and wake up about 8 hours later, feeling refreshed and
Traumatized.
well rested and traumatized. You also, well, as you all wake up, you also find Bob is on the ship.
Is he?
And as Callum's not here to argue,
Really?
as Callum's not here to argue, he will explain that, because I've asked him this already, but he will tell you all he's afraid of the water. He's never learnt to swim, and that's why he didn't join.
Bogran immediately throws him in the water.
Just gonna sit there and go, ha ha.
I rolled a nat 20 just in case you want to oppose that roll.
You're down in the under the lower levels at the bit where you've woken up, so
Well, when I get a chance, I immediately throw him in the water. And I've pre-rolled it, and I swear down it was genuinely a nat 20.
we will see what happens when Callum gets here. I'll let him.
Bogwood is such a bully.
He's not
But
a
you are
bully.
very,
Banter.
you are very lucky, Cat. You are very lucky, Cat.
I know.
That D100, I did share with Graham what was going to happen depending on what you roll.
When you rolled, I messaged him and went, "Oh, 27. That's boring."
What was that?
11 to 30 was nothing happens. 1 to 10 would have been the Aboleth returns.
Oh,
And then other numbers would have been a couple of Meros would have swam back, but you did roll the nothing happens.
I was so disappointed.
I can hear that in your voice.
Well, to be fair, if it was up to me, you probably would have woke up dead, and it
Yeah.
would have been a side quest where we had to bring you back to life. It's like, well, Sam's been drowning for the past 5 hours.
Floating.
I don't know whether you were still on the call then, but the way I got out of it was I did a quick prayer to my patron.
I heard you say that, but then I didn't get to see what happened afterwards because I decided to quit while I was ahead and do a complete full reset and restart of my laptop, which appears to have worked for the chat. Roll20's just being a bit of a boob and not letting me open a character sheet, but it's killed the delay on Facebook, so that's a start. We're winning with that because I can just roll dice if I've not got Roll20. I was going to roll dice anyway.
Well,
tonight.
like namesake, Sam exchanged some money to get some benefits.
Fair enough.
Patreon. No, she never put.
Patreon. Oh, I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, not a very good one.
Yeah, so I was rescued by an underwater thing, but Sam's perception and ability to understand what was going on wasn't so great, so he was just rescued by an underwater flying creature that may or may not have been a penguin. I think it was.
May or may not have been a penguin.
Well, it had wings underwater to use it for propel with, and that's a penguin. Or not.
I mean, the only...
It's not.
All meta aside, I'm trying to think of what the patrons are for warlocks, and the only one I can
I've been trying to think of.
The only one I can think of is underwater is Cthulhu. A great one or a deep one or whatever you want to call it, but it's Cthulhu. It's from Lovecraft, isn't it?
Lovecraft, yeah.
No.
Any hoozle. That's fine. Let me open my character. Let's continue.
But you all wake up rested, awaiting the arrival of the ancient bronze dragon that you befriended last session.
Oh, I wrote his name down. What was his name again?
His name, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Eldorf.
That's it. Because we had the other dragon that was Amaranth, but not that one.
Oh,
Getting confused with my...
That's the
Eldorf bronze dragon.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
I'm just getting a load of test rolls out of the way, and so far I've had 3 nat 20s.
Going well.
Yeah, me too.
I've also had like a load of 3s and 4s. It's the dice that either do really well or really bad.
So they're balanced.
They are very consistent. They're either like 2 to 6 or 17 to 20. They very rarely touch anywhere either side of those numbers.
Shit or bust. That's what that group of dice is
Essentially.
called. Yeah.
I like it. It's either going to go really well or really bad, and that leads to lots of fun. So we've all woken up on the boat. What's happening now?
So you all look. You're waiting for the dragon to turn up. So I mean, I guess a Veer will come over to you and say, "So, did you find any city of gold?"
Oh, we found a lot down there, but no gold.
No city of gold. It's up the way.
Up? What, on the surface? Where we just went? Okay.
Yes, she's on the surface. We will go ahead and we will come and find you later.
It's a bit higher than the surface.
You wouldn't be holding out on me, would you, Dolian?
No, the rest might be, but I'm not. It's a bit higher than the surface. It might be in the clouds.
Wish I was higher than the surface.
there is magic sky cloud island thing.
That's the thing.
With unicorns and the rainbows.
Bogger thing, dragon smoking the wacky tobacco.
Saying, I wish I was higher than the clouds.
You spoke to a dragon? I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, I did see a dragon bring you back to the ship. But
Same one.
yeah, So, am I going? Are we still working together on this, or are you guys? Are you going ahead, Dolly? And I mean,
You
I hope
brought me into this, so you can
I
cut
hope
me.
you cut me in.
Obviously.
I would just suggest you don't send any more raiding parties down there. It's just full of just horrible things.
Yeah, we got lucky. Very, very lucky.
Greg's gonna look at Dolly and be like, if she's cutting in, then she share your share of their loot, not mine.
No.
Well, I should hope I get a share of everybody's loot. I mean,
No.
I brought you down here. I let you use my suits.
And
I
then
mean,
Kumpok would just hand her a loot and say, "Here, you have share of my loot."
Sam will share as well.
That's jamming, but
No jamming loot. Waste of good jam.
Jam.
You guys,
Odd? Yes.
no, I wasn't going to say odd, but I was just saying, like, are you guys really serious adventurers? I mean,
We make it up as we go along, like the good old days, you know.
Adventurous, yes. Serious, not always.
no. Well,
Have you seen these guys?
We serious adventurers, but we not serious.
they will laugh, and I like you.
That's our team name now. We are the serious adventurers.
Brackets, but not that serious.
Not.
Yeah, just brackets, not.
Oh, retro.
But do we greet each other with "Where's in the morning?
What's Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
So do we have some downtime while we wait for this dragon to arrive then?
There he is.
Well, you can do, yeah. I mean, he's just going to be making his way, but if you want to do anything before he gets there, you can do.
I want to continue tinkering with my armor and adamantine or you gave me adamantining my armor a bit.
Yeah. What did we do last time about that? Where's my notes?
I use Smith tools, so I'm proficiency in Smith tools, so I can just do a Smith tools check.
Yeah.
Cool. So I get to roll a d20, which is 7 plus 12, so 19. Wait, hang on, I have advantage on Smith's tools checks because of the fire rune. So that's 15 that time. 27 I rolled.
Fuck me.
What are you doing at the minute? Just trying to improve your armor.
I'm adamantining. You gave me some adamantine ore in a previous session.
I did,
and I'm playing around with it to adamantine up my armor.
So yeah, you're starting to work on that, and you're starting to like flatten out the adamantine and start to.
Turn it into like plates and things that I can affix to my armor and stuff.
Yeah, so you're starting to make a bit of way. You've got a couple of maybe like a shoulder bit crafted, maybe one sort of bracer at the minute, but not as full set yet. But you're well on your way to.
I'm about a quarter of the way there, roughly. Yeah.
So,
no, I understand entirely. Yeah, no, that's fine.
But yeah, you all hear just the loudest hammer strikes with Bogwood putting all of his might between each one, and just boom, boom.
If I roll a d20 and they get a nat 1, can I put a hole in the boat? I got a 3. Fine.
I'm just going to turn to the others and say, oh, Bogwad's banging one out again.
Luckily, doesn't do it too often, thank God.
Doing that with one hand whilst hammering away on all with you.
But then
I do have the coat of arms.
You do. Oh no!
We have a special relationship. Nobody asked how those arms were stuck to that coat.
Still not asking.
Let's not get that image stuck in anybody's head.
Yeah, no.
And that's all of the silliness aside for me today.
Lies.
But if everyone else is ready, then Veer will turn around and she will, in a slightly panicked voice, be like, "Please, tell me that's the dragon that you came here on," and point to this dragon swimming towards the ship.
Oh, yeah, Big Eldorf. That's the lad. Aye, he's sound. He's perfect.
And as he approaches, you hear a loud booming voice of, "So, are you ready to head to the other half of the island?"
Almost. I have one thing first. Bob, I have present for you from Santa Claus.
All
I
right.
forgot to give you. Here you go.
Yeah, sure. No
I
problem.
have no idea what it is, but it's got
Bob.
Santa.
Yeah, Bob receives a large egg.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm not sure if you know what it is. If you wish to do a
Yeah. No,
history,
I know what it is, but I'll. Yeah.
But does Bob know what it is?
yes, do as a quick history check or something, just to see if he can work out from looking at the egg.
19 plus 1.
So yeah, with the dirty 20 there, so you're not 100% sure because you've never seen a real one of these, but
Yeah.
you remember. You can't remember which one, but one of your parents growing up had shown you books, and it looks as if it might be. You believe it's a phoenix egg.
Okay. Thank you, Greg. I'm going to turn around to.
scrambled. Sorry.
I'm going to turn around to Bogrid and notice that he's making stuff with like the smithing tools. So I'm going to ask him: is there a chance you can make something to make this a bit safer so we don't cause it to crack?
Margaret, are you there?
I believe that's a no.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. Sorry. No, I'm back now. I'm back now. I thought you were still talking to Callum, so I quickly just got distracted for a second by Harry. Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Bob was asking if Bogrid can make. Did you hear the egg? What the egg is?
I know what the egg is, so I'll just pretend that I did because I already know what it is. So yeah.
No, basically, I'm just asking Bogrid if he can make something to make it safer so it doesn't crack.
Oh, I was gonna say it's a good job you specify that because if you said, "Can you make something for this egg?" I'm going, "Well, omelets are very easy." I could probably knock together like a harness or something, like a papoose, if you want to wear it, and sort of like, or like I don't know, like a box or something.
Well,
what would you like Bogrid to make for you?
How much are we spending on this ship?
We're pretty much done on this ship and about to go up into the sky. So.
Okay.
Well,
in that case, I'm just going to put it in my backpack. I'm just going to wrap it up in like one of my clothes and then put it in my backpack, nice and safe.
Go checks.
cool.
Before we leave, there is a small matter of Bob getting thrown into the ocean to resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said to them, you wasn't here, Callum. So I said that the reason you didn't join them out the water at the minute is you're not the most confident of swimmers, and you was a bit scared of getting into the water under 18,000 feet of water. So, do you want to do me a quick strength check, please, Callum, just to see if you can resist?
Strength check.
Yeah.
Plus 2 to that. 11 plus 2. 13.
So, as you're asking Bogwood if he can help you make this thing, he's talking to you. And as soon as you turn around and put the egg into your backpack, you feel two hands on your back as Bogwood pushes you through the opening in the bubble around the ship and pushes you into the ocean. And as you do, you hear a voice. It says, "Look out, little one." And the dragon, using its tail, will just kind of cushion you and push you back in the same way you came. And if you do me a quick dex check.
Yes.
See, or acrobatics, whichever you would like.
9 plus. Was it dex or acrobatics?
Acrobatics will give you a bigger bonus.
Yeah.
It's the exact same. Plus 4. So 9 plus 4, so 14.
14, 13, yeah. So you go back through the opening in this giant bubble that's surrounding the ship, that's providing it with oxygen. And as you do, you don't stick the landing smoothly, but you're able to regain your footing and stand there, soaking wet now, wet through. And I imagine you see a Bogwood laughing his head off.
Bogwood is absolutely falling about laughing. Like, it's the funniest thing he's done all day.
I'm just looking at myself and I'm just going to go, yep, and shake myself off and go to the cabin quarters and then change into something dry.
Well,
Sam,
we all had to go in the ocean. It's only fair that Bob did too.
Sam's just going to roll his eyes.
Now we can go to Sky.
Well,
Can Bogwood be stood there with his hand up out like for a high five and see if anybody high fives him for pushing Bob in the ocean?
I use mage hand to high five.
Cool.
He's got mage hand invisible as well.
It can be, but also cannot be. I think I get a choice.
Yeah.
Well, in
Either still feel it.
in character chat, Bogwood's thrown trifles and pretended to be a shark near Sam, so Sam's just going to roll his eyes and definitely not going for that high five.
Straight in there.
Good.
But you're all going to hear the dragon's voice again, and he's going to say, well, unless you can breathe underwater, I suggest we make our way to the surface, and then maybe I can take you to my home.
Take me away.
I call shotgun.
Anything to get out of this water, I'm sick of it now.
Grab over here and go.
So you see Via and her first mate start pulling ropes and that, and slowly the ship starts to rise, moving higher and higher up, closer to the surface. And the closer you get, you start noticing it's getting lighter. You can see sunlight peeking through, making its way down into the depths. And after an hour or so moving up, you breach the surface and you see Via deactivate the glyph on the bow of the ship. And this bubble that formed, you see it just start to disappear from the top up, making its way back round the ship. And you are now open to the air again, breathing fresh air.
Quite a relief.
And you'll hear Veer say, well, I'm not leaving the ship. I think you could all understand how important the ship is to me. So if you want to make your way,
just get off.
Dolian, I hope we honour our agreements, and we'll see you again soon.
Nah, definitely, lass. Rob, I want your boat.
Everybody wants my boat.
Understandably, have you seen it?
Did Dolian say boat or butt?
Bit of both there.
Careful, this is that.
So I was trying to whisper that to people, but because Bogwood has no social class or etiquette whatsoever, it just came out loud.
Oh.
But Eldorf will swim up next to the ship, above the surface, and say, if you would like to climb on.
Climb on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, may I suggest you get a firm grip?
Holds my balls.
Oh.
Wraps around himself and hugs himself.
Say that again, Angela.
Greg wraps his arms around himself and hugs himself.
Hugs himself. Anyone else wanted to do anything in particular?
No, I'm just gonna...
I grab onto the dragon.
Bogwood is going to lash himself to part of the dragon with some rope.
Cool.
See Bon gonna do that. I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I'm going to lash myself to Bogwood. Bob.
Bogwood's Bob.
No, I'm going to lash myself to Bob. So if I fall off, everyone else is coming with me.
Not me, I hold on to myself.
And Sam's just going to hold on to the dragon.
I'll grab Greg by the scruff of his top because he's literally just giving himself a cuddle and not on the dragon.
I love Greg.
And just hike him up and go, Greg, sit there, and then tie him down.
Oh, Greg.
So Sam's the only one not tied down at the minute.
Yep.
I
That's unusual.
I offer Sam.
Not for a bard.
I offer Sam some rope and I'll be like, do you want to tie yourself to the dragon as well?
Yeah, for some reason, Stam knows how to do knots quite expertly. He's just like, oh, I guess so. He was quite enjoying the free movement of the air, but yeah, he'll tie himself in as well.
It's not so fun when you have to do it yourself.
No, not at all.
I should have said nothing and just
I
watched
know.
as you all cascaded from the back of the dragon.
Yeah.
But then again, no, because then I'd have had to have wasted my one use of being able to fly for a bit, trying to catch everyone before they fell to their deaths.
Elbow for the cause is fine.
You hear voice, everybody ready?
No.
And then you
Yes, sir.
feel a massive, just a blast of wind as, not farting, as the dragon starts flapping his wings, huge, massive wings, and meter, 2 meters, 10 meters, you start rising above the surface, and Greg throws up. Is that a
Yeah.
Greg throws up, and
Sam shrieks. Full on screams.
if Greg is thrown up, if Bogwood wants to do me a quick deck save to see whether or not he manages to avoid the sick.
Flying dragon.
Is
Speeding that high.
hang on. I don't think I have anything in deck saves.
Oh, better if I try.
1 second.
I know.
Where's my character sheet? There it is. Deck saves. Nope, I have no bonus to deck saves, so that is a solid 11.
That's enough. So Greg just starts throwing up, not enjoying this sensation of flying, almost in a sense weightlessness, almost feeling that sensation as the dragon's flying away. And as he throws up, Bogwood, who had just tied him down next to him to make sure that Greg didn't fall off, is able to move out of the way as the vomit just falls off the side and just flies down. And then I would like everybody to do a strength check, but if you have tied yourself down, then you will have advantage.
Wait.
Strength save.
Yes. Oh, no, just a strength check.
Okay.
12 plus 2.
I am gripping onto that dragon for deal.
I got a 16 with a -1. I'll take that.
9.
Oh, no, you got advantage, so
No,
it'd be
11.
11.
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, 12 plus 2. Strength, 14.
With advantage, that's a 14 for Bogrod.
Ooh.
No. Oh, no.
Well, I set a DC of 10 as just a medium sort of check because you've tied yourselves down. It would have been high if you hadn't tied yourself down.
Because I got a 5 and then a 10. If I didn't have advantage, I'd have got a 9 and Bogrod would have fallen off.
I got a 9 on my second roll.
It's just Greg who just hugged himself, who was the most secure out of all of us.
Because I've been sick and I'm petrified, so I'm literally grabbing onto that dragon.
Do you know what? Your roles have been perfect for the story so far.
Yeah.
Oh, love Greg.
So you're flying through the air. Let me just
Look, his hand when he dies. What?
do this. Dolian is there. Let me just make sure you have got the ability to move him. I don't know if I've sorted that out yet.
I've just sent you a little private message on Facebook, Scott. You might want to peruse at some stage.
Yeah, 1 second. But yeah, I'll get you to where you're going, and then I will flick it open. But you fly higher and higher, and as you move higher on the ground or the ocean, and any islands that you would be able to see start getting smaller and smaller, and above you, you start seeing what looks like soil. Just the bottom of what looks like an island. Is it 2 islands? 4 islands? You start seeing what looks like a group of small islands all clustered together just below the cloud line. And this is what you all see. So the dragon lands at the side, and he, well, sorry, it's supposed to be a she actually, but she lets you off her back, and she says, "Please, feel free to have a look around." And as you get off
I'm still holding
the back,
on.
as you all start to say something, and some of you start to get off, you see all manner of fantastic magical flying creatures. You see Pegasuses or Pegasi. You see Phoenix. You see hippogriffs. You see griffins. You see Quattle. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but Quattle.
Quetzalcoatl?
Maybe.
Got a Z in it.
Eh?
Has it got a Z in it?
No, Couatl.
Couatl.
Thinking of
Oh,
bubs.
oh, Cootle. Or, yeah. Cootle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see them. You see what's that? You see even higher than you are now. Giant wings. Is that a rock? I don't know if you know what a rock is.
It's a
Oh, yeah.
ROC.
ROC.
Not Dwayne Johnson.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Is it
Eyebrow.
the Rock?
And
We don't need the Rock. We've got family.
but you also see 4 or 5 bronze dragon wormlings, just all that seem to be living here. And you also see 4 creatures again you've never heard of, maybe, but humanoids with beaks, feathers, wings, some kind of bird folk. You see bridges connecting all these islands, and everything seems to be harmonious. And as you dismount, one of the Arakokra starts making their way to you.
Oh, I thought they'd be Kenku.
No, because he can't speak.
I'm still holding the dragon.
And he will come across and look at you almost the same way as you're looking at it. Hello? Why are you here?
See that dragon? He brought us here.
Ah, he?
Or she?
It's a she. She lives here. She protects us all. But we've never. Oh, sorry, Gray.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, sorry. Yeah.
I've just put. Never mind. It wouldn't matter now anyway. It's fine.
And as you get, no surface dweller has ever stepped foot on this land, as far as we know. But we are pleased to welcome you. Can I ask what business you have here? I believe you must be of noble cause if she's brought you here.
I assume so. Looking around at the rest of the group.
It's definitely a noble cause.
Nice.
Badoops.
Was it Bob? I'm imagining, was it Bob just looking to the ground now? He's like, oh, God's sake.
No, because Dolian laughed, so it's fine.
It's strange up here that there, with so much lush vegetation, a tumbleweed would just stumble by. But it did.
Dolian laughed. Dolian laughed. I don't care. I don't care what any of you say. Dolian laughed.
It's 2 little Aracrocas and they're just walking by with it.
Dolian can't remember what he's up here for. The excitement of the dragon was too much.
So, Greg,
You're looking for the City of Gold, guys.
Oh yeah, City of Gold.
so Greg says he's still on the dragon. Is the dragon still here with us, or is the dragon gone now?
The dragon is patiently waiting to fly away back down. So
Just try to shake Greg off.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over to Greg and just try and coax him down.
I'm going to turn to the Aracroca and say, we're here for the City of Gold. We're here to look for it.
Gold?
Yep.
We have no need for gold here. We don't trade. We are self-sufficient. We try to keep ourselves away from the surface folk. They seem to destroy everything they come in contact with. And up here, as you can see, we all live in peace.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's not bad.
Bogred hastily tries to put a tree branch back on a tree that he's accidentally broken off.
Has Greg come down from the dragon now?
Yeah, but he's like jelly legs, and he's discovered he has a fear of heights that he never knew he had.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
Does he tell the party that? Because if so, Bogred may dangle him over the edge.
Greg's not saying anything. He's just got like.
I mean, in fairness, you didn't seem to have a fear of heights when you were firebombing battleships when I was flying around with you 300 feet in the air.
I mean, I would say you are like 10 times higher than that now, though.
Right, okay, fair enough.
If I fall there, I land in water. If I fall here, I land in flat.
You could have landed on ship.
As I say, we mostly live in peace here, but I mean, if you come here in peace and with friendship, then feel free. Search for your city of gold.
Cool.
And search research.
Thank you.
You've got no like big monsters and things up here. No flying aboleths or anything.
No.
Cool,
I mean,
cool.
we have what I guess the ground folk would call flying monsters, but I mean, they work with us. We help tend to them if we can, and
Hey,
I mean,
if they're cool, we're cool.
there is not only flying monsters here, though, flying creatures. One of the islands further north from here, there's a settlement of cloud giants.
We need to go and see the cloud giants.
Well, I was going to talk to Bog, but I didn't say any. Listen, mate, this is sort of a peaceful area, so I think you're going to be bored for this wee one.
No hitting.
Bogred, let's go see the giants. Go on.
Aye, and you hear, and he says, I would not recommend. They isolate from everybody. They
pretty sure cloud giants are dicks.
Ah,
We go there, Bogred find a fight. Give me 5 seconds. Bogred find a fight.
Okay, let's avoid that one.
Yeah.
Any of you speak giant?
Bob's going to turn to Sam, and he's going to ask Sam.
Bogred speaks giant. Bogred tell giant his mum a slag.
Everyone's just trying to ignore Bogred. Just be like, no, that's a bad thing. No, Bogred. No, we're not punching giants.
Well, Bob told him he couldn't get in a fight. Bogred is proving he could definitely get in a fight.
There's a difference between you can get in a fight and you shouldn't get in a fight, and this is a shouldn't.
Bogred and Dolian be back. Dolian jump on. Bogred go wings, and we fly to Cloud Giant Island.
not yet, big man, not yet. We'll get there in time. Dorian is just totally loving the chaotic side of Bogred at this moment.
Bogred is very easy to coax into doing stuff. If you say, "Oh, I bet you can't do it," it's like, "I bet I fucking can." Watch.
Sam is going to doubt his whole reason for being with this gang of weirdos.
Bob at the same time.
I think maybe Bob and Sam just kind of catch eyes with a kind of what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
What is going? How did my life lead to this? With these.
Bad decisions, Sam. Bad decisions.
Wouldn't be the first bad decision. Won't be the last one. But yeah, slight existential crisis.
Yeah. So, Mr. Alacoxa man, how many islands is there up here? Is there anything of interest, would you say, that we wouldn't have seen before?
Is there a tour?
Not really at all. I mean, as I say, we don't have visitors apart from these flying magical creatures. I mean, we have wondrous things to see. Have you ever seen and he points over his shoulder, have you ever seen a griffin?
Nope.
No.
Griffin. And he points over towards this huge griffin you can see stood on this island, just
What's up, Peter?
feeding, eating, resting. Oh no, sorry,
That took too long.
that's a hippogriff. Sorry, that is a hippogriff. That one there, and then the griffins are over here. There's 2 griffins. They say, well, hippogriff and griffins. Have you seen those before?
I think so.
I've got stories of a buckbeak, the hippogriff.
Bogred see a hippogriffin one time. That was messed up family.
Oh yeah. I don't want to know.
Bob's going to walk to the other side of the bridge to see what else he can see. He's going to notice the triangle thing.
Yeah, what's that big triangle thing?
Yeah, I'm going to look at that and ask, what's that over there?
I don't know.
Are you lying to us, good sir?
Yeah, what I was going to say. What do
You
think
can roll an insight check if you wish to see.
Yeah, I'm going to roll one as well.
Oh, I don't have a bonus or anything, so straight 11.
7 plus. I don't think it's going to be much.
Oh no.
Oh, 2.
No,
9.
no.
Whoa.
It's when that fucking measuring comes out. I know.
We all do.
You both believe what he's saying, and he will go first. Say, we found these islands empty generations ago, and when we did, that was here. I don't know. I can only imagine that's the thing that keeps these islands floating.
Can I
But
do
it's-
For fuck's sake, Bob.
I rolled a 13 as well, so no damage. Yay.
No damage. So you get there then, Mr. Boglud.
Bogred got bored. It's like everyone's talking about a magic train, doesn't give a fuck. Whee! Sorry, no, I was going to say resolve everything for everybody else first. I just wanted to fly off.
Would Boggart not have an interest in magic with him being a ruined knight?
No, he draws symbols on stuff and it makes it do strong things.
But that's the map that Boglud sees anyway, so you can have a look at that. So, but everyone else is saying what he says. It says it's always been here.
Can I have a little look? If you don't mind.
I've said, as long as you're peaceful, you may feel free to wander.
I'm going to follow Dolly in and check it as well.
Mm-hmm. Ditto. I'm going to check on Greg. How are you feeling? You going to come for a walk?
I'll catch up. Just give me a minute.
Are you sure you'll be okay over the bridges?
But the bridges are a little bit high.
Okay. Well, you shout if you need some help.
Okay.
Yeah, Dolly and Bob York having a closer look. I guess Greg is just resting there in a minute, not wanting to go over the bridge with sky below it.
I can imagine Greg's just like lying backwards on the ground, just facing up towards the sky, just not moving at all.
Like when you're really pissed and the world won't stop spinning, and you just have to be like, oh god.
You're lying in bed, you're trying to sleep, and for some reason you can just feel the world spinning faster.
Oh, do not miss that feeling.
You just put one foot on the floor and it grounds you. Not that I know that through.
It makes me
reasons.
worse.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I think in my head it's like, is that the wall? Yeah.
Try and think about it. I hope I pass it.
So triangle magic things.
Can I tell what the lightning is? If it is lightning or anything?
You could do an Arcana check if you wish to see, or an investigation. Depends what you're trying to work out. You're trying to work out what it is, or if it's magic. Well, it depends. You tell me what you want to look for, and then do a Arcana or an investigation. Whether you want
they're both the exact same. So I'll just do an Arcana check just to see.
Yep.
9 plus 1, 10.
You feel magic coming off these 3 points and this energy between, but you can't. You've never seen anything like this. You have no idea what it is, but you can definitely feel magical energy oozing off of it.
I'm gonna shout over to Greg. I'm like, Greg, you do magic? Yeah, fancy. Checking what this is for us.
Greg, try.
Can I try an Arcana check?
You can.
Greg see nothing but.
So what do you see?
I see a lot of things, which are I don't know what.
Again, this is magic which none of you have ever seen before. But Sam, you're investigating it, you're looking at it and trying to tap into your own arcana, and you do sense it's an ancient, very powerful magic aura coming off of it. Something you may have only felt once or twice before. But it's a different kind of magic, but once or twice Sam has felt a connection to unbelievable magical power. And this gives off a similar vibe.
Does it give off any vibe? Does it feel good or feel evil, or is it just like a force of nature?
Yeah, exactly that. It just feels like a magical force. There's no...
Like standing next to a huge waterfall, but it's just there.
You're just like, your hairs are standing up on your arms and that back of your neck, and it just feels like an enormous amount of magical energy in that area, but you can't quite put your finger on what kind of magic it is.
Yeah, okay, I'd be like, well, it looks good. I wouldn't have. Don't touch. Greg, where's Greg? Greg, don't touch it.
Oh, Greg's going to touch it now.
Where's Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, Greg's down south.
Greg's chatting up a bird.
I'm gonna. Can I? I'm just gonna turn to the other two and be like, so, Golden City.
Yeah, let's carry on. Should we go and see what on earth Bogred's up to? We need to make sure he's not like punching this island out of the sky.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna go and fetch Greg, and we'll see. We'll hopefully regroup at some point.
As you're doing that, if you're going back across to Greg, you're there, and this Arakoka that you're there is, are you okay? You don't look, considering you're walking on the floor and you have legs, you don't seem to be quite sturdy on those at this minute in time.
I never been this high before. It's not very good.
The freshest air you will ever breathe.
But what if I fall? The floor, it's spinning. I'm a little bit dizzy.
And he will say, please, sit down. And he will... Unfortunately, I mean, we don't have non-flying creatures here. The only thing I can suggest is... And he will sit you down and close your eyes. And he will talk to you and try to center you, and he's going to...
Are you this hypnotist that he was telling us about?
Pardon?
Are you this hypnotist that guy was telling us about?
No, I just like to... I'm here to cleanse the soul. I just like to help people, and he will talk to you and try to calm Greg down. And so if we want to roleplay, if you want to just do a quick constitution save, just to see, or check, just to see if it's enough to stop Bogred. So a 13, it's definitely much better than the nat 1 you rolled on the back of the dragon. So I would say you don't feel overly comfortable, but you feel strength in your legs. They're not trembling so much, and Greg's able to slow his heart rate down a bit, and he's
Can I use my from the last thing to make that the 19 instead?
You can do, yeah?
Greg wants to leave there with like pure confidence. It doesn't affect him.
So yeah, he's speaking to you with your eyes closed, and he's calm and just like really kind sounding voice, and he's able to center Greg, and he's like, feel the earth beneath your feet. You are not in the sky flying, you are on the ground. You have no reason to fall. Nobody here will try and hurt you. Just put one foot in front of the other and talk in the way, and that, and Greg, he does start feeling a lot more comfortable, confident, and kind of puts out of his mind that he's scared of falling off at this minute in time.
Thank you. Big help.
It's a pleasure to help. I mean, we've watched your kind, but we try to interact as little as possible. As I say,
Don't blame you. Our kind is weak.
there seems to be a destructive tendency for the folk down there, but you must be kind of heart if our protector has brought you here.
Yes, we are.
And he stands up and he says, well, take care. And he's going to start getting back to the jobs he's doing. He's just harvesting some crops from these trees and whatnot. And
Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, look
Bye.
at me. I on the bridge. It's okay now. Look at me on the bridge. Woo!
That's great job, Greg. Come on, keep going. Bogwood's doing
Gust of
something.
wind came out and
he's gust of wind. But no, you do find, considering you're so high, the air does seem to be rather still, and there seems to be not a huge breeze up there. It seems to be beautiful, calm, warm day.
Bob doesn't trust it. He says something's off.
You're off.
Nah, something doesn't seem right.
Ooh,
Seems
what's
too
what's this
perfect.
pretty blue light do?
Don't touch it.
I put my
No.
hand in it.
Oh, I grab it before. No.
Same. I try and stop him.
If you want to try, what would it be?
That would be a contest of strength versus dex. So athletics checks from the people trying to stop, and then Greg would be able to either strength his way or acrobatics his way out of it. So it's athletics from the two trying to stop, and athletics or acrobatics from Greg.
I got 14 plus 5 athletics. 19.
With Greg. Oh! That once. Oh.
Wow.
Bob just one-shot KOs Greg. Just knocks him out.
I've
in
not
one point.
seen that before.
Oh.
That's incredible.
Greg goes to touch it.
The RKO out of nowhere.
It really is, yeah. But as Greg reaches out to touch it,
Sorry,
he's so chilled and calm that he moves his hand at an incredibly slow rate. It doesn't seem normal. It's as if he's doing it in slow motion, but he's just so at ease. And as he does, both Dolian and Bob grab an arm each and pull Greg back, and you don't touch those beams moving between those bits there.
Bob
Okay.
doesn't yell Dolion, get the tables, and then they 3D 3D Greg through it.
Can you swear?
Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, I got a bit giddy with fucking... My brain just went 1990s wrestling references.
So I just grab Greg and
That
go,
is.
come on.
That's not 90s wrestling. 90s wrestling was
Go
Hulk
this way.
Hogan.
Yeah.
No,
DX.
late 90s, Attitude Era. Like late 90s, early 2000s.
The Rock is in that one then, yeah. Dudley's
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
They were late 90s, early 2000s, weren't they? The Dudley boys?
Well, yeah, they started ECW back in the 90s. I
Yeah,
think.
so they still count.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway,
But yeah, so you both have hold of Greg, and in my head, so this is what happens: you start leading him away, like
Yes.
two parents walking their toddler down the street.
while I'm trying to run the opposite direction.
Little legs going as they've got him under the arms.
But I'm pretty sure Greg's bigger than both of them, but
I'm about 5'9", 6 foot.
I think I'm about a 5'11". Yeah.
I'm a tall tiefling. Not very strong at all, but
Tiefling's a bit small.
so
No.
while all that is going on, you guys will move quickly to Bogwood, and the first thing I need from Bogwood is, well, obviously you see here the creatures. You can see the pegasi. There's a rock,
I see lots of things that nobody else can see. Yeah.
but then I need a perception check from Bogwood first, please, just to see.
13. No, sorry, -2. 12.
12. So what you you see the creatures you see, and you see, like on the other islands, all harmonious, feeding and going about their business, but you start hearing a bang, bang,
T-Rex.
just a thump, just a steady beat and thump. Every couple of seconds you hear another thump. And you can't be sure, but it seems like it's coming from just above this little stone steps and that you see right at the top. But you hear bang and bang.
Buggered away. That's a 16, so I've passed that check. No damage. Again, I've catapulted myself to the steps.
Do we all see that?
No, you guys are you guys are on a different map.
Yeah, you're on a different map, so you can't quite see that yet.
Can I see anything from there?
You do see something there. You see.
I mean, if you don't want everybody else to know, you can private message me what I see.
I could show you what you see.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah,
Show me. You see this thing that's bounding from the north, and you see it jumping from island to island.
An exciting giant.
Yeah, that's what you see. But if we just give the guys a minute to see what they want to do first.
Go back to the other guys.
What are you guys wanting to do at this moment in time? If you all want to roll me a perception check, because this loud banging, see if you guys hear anything.
15.
I'm not very perceptive.
That's true.
We can tell.
Who said that?
14 plus 5, 19.
Fucking hell. That's 3 nat 1s in a row for Greg.
4? In a sense, you got the nat 1. Well, no, but he got the nat 1 as well on the back of the dragon to start off with. He's got 4 today.
I mean, two in a row, and then another one immediately
after.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
3 in a row.
What did Bob get?
19, sorry.
19. So, Bob and Sam, you guys seem to have looked at each other a couple of times. You seem to be on the same wave level at the minute. Wavelength. What you hear is this rhythmic thumping. And as you look down, you see pebbles and any loose dirt just bouncing off the ground and dropping again. Just every time you hear a thump, you see things moving.
I'm going to look at Sam and kind of just worried that where is Bogred?
I don't know. He's gone. I don't like it.
Yeah, we need to find the big man. Guys, we need to go and find the big guy. Come on.
I'm trying to look at this.
Between Bogred and Greg, I mean.
I know. I start running off.
You've got two very chaotic half-orcs. One wants to touch the magic danger thing. One's fucked off to do whatever he likes.
Sam's going to do some strategic breathing just to try and centre himself. Just like, this is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. We're not going to have another massive fight. We're going to have another massive fight.
Bob runs off in the direction of where he thought Bogred was, and he's strung an arrow in his bow.
Yeah. So you all head towards where Bogred was, and also...
I'm going to bring up the rear just to make sure that Greg doesn't wander off or fall off or touch anything.
Oh, okay, now Greg, fine. You go ahead. It's okay. Greg following.
Oh, hell no.
This is what you are going to see. You see Bogred all the way at the other side of the island. Here you see, like I say, you see a rock that's just landed here. A phoenix, fully grown, huge, monstrous size phoenix here. Pegasi flying around on the other side. And then you do see a huge...
I can't see his head.
Jesus.
Oh, there he is.
You see that is what's making these noises. Every step he takes, you hear a massive boof, boof. And he sees these Pegasi. He's going to jump over here, and as soon as he jumps over, you see him just grab 2 of the Pegasi, and he rips their wings off.
The fuck?
Oh, here now. I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna What is it? Just a question. What is the wee thing? What are the 4 wee ones on the left?
They are the bronze dragon babies.
Oh no!
Are dragons babies?
Well, you
Alright.
you
There's
know
a
it's a
bronze
bronze dragon.
I mean,
Yes.
that'd be a safe assumption.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run over to the other island and I'm just gonna start like waving my hands and be like, "No! Stop! Stop it!"
Attracts his
start
attention.
making your way there. Anyone else want to do anything? What does Bogwood want to do? Because Bogwood saw him first, and you've seen him jump across and just with little energy, just rips the wings off these pegasi.
Hogwarts would like to activate a use of Giant's Might and shout across, going, "Pick on someone your own size, you fucking wet lettuce," or something else, that's vaguely antagonizing, and try and distract him to come and fight me.
Okay.
In that case,
In giant form.
yes.
And because I'm speaking giant as well, because I do that. I've said it to him in giant.
Yeah, so if you all who wants to roll me initiative.
Guys, we're peaceful.
That is a dirty 20 from Bogrod.
Do you want us to do it on the?
That's
on the
another
thing?
crit.
Unless you want it on... Do you want it on roll 20?
No, I'll write it down.
Okay.
Okay.
God, we are all about the crit today.
I got a 15 plus 6. Did I get the plus 6 in initiative?
No, it'll roll... So you roll the number 15.
Yeah. And then
And
next to
on
armor class,
on your character sheet, does it say 6 initiative?
Yeah.
So add 6 to the 15, you get 21.
Yeah.
21.
Sweet.
Alright. That's fine.
So we roll initiative, and you hear intense music. Battle music begin. And we start off with these pegasi that you are going to see. They all just take to the skies after seeing 2 of their kind fallen. You see
they're gone.
They've left. Yeah, that giant jumped across and just seriously wounded 2 of their flock. But you see all the magical flying creatures, all that are so close, and that, especially the little dragons, that they all start moving further and further away.
That's good.
But we go then to the top of the round with Bob.
But I was going to try and see if I could fly one of the pegasi, but that's fine.
Sorry.
We don't. I'm going to try and see if Phoenix is that left.
The Phoenix hasn't left yet, but it looks like it might be trying to head out of Dodge as soon as possible, but it's still there at the moment.
There's no way I could ride that, is there?
I mean, it's a wild Phoenix, so you would have to.
That amazing animal handling check.
Yeah.
What have I got in animal handling again? I'm pretty
You're
sure.
a ranger, so it's very high.
I mean, I've got an 8 in animal handling.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to try and wander over to the Phoenix and see if I can try and control it to ride it.
Cool. So, what's your movement?
It is 35.
So 35 gets you to there, I think.
Oh,
So
Dash.
yeah, dash.
you have a dashing. 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. So you get to about there. You're running over towards the Phoenix.
And then I'm giving it, whoa, hey, whoa, 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 hey, whoa. Try to control it.
Yeah. I'm just looking at its languages, and it's got no languages.
At
all?
Saying here. But yeah, what are you saying to it?
just try to calm it down. Just like calm, woo, 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 and then just to keep it under control, basically. I'm going to say, because I'm a half elf, I'll say all this in Elven to make it sound a bit better.
Yeah, so it will not fly away at this moment in time. It is looking at you.
Yeah.
Kind of head bent to one side, kind of trying to work out what you're doing. But yeah, it doesn't fly away straight away. Cool.
That would be for now.
Cool. So then after Bob, it is Boglud.
Okay. Seeing that all of the friendly things that Bogrud was trying to protect have left, Bogrud is just going to draw his Great Fist Great Bow and fire a couple of shots off at the big fucker.
Cool. That hits. No, the first one hits.
Another crit fail.
Yeah, the second one.
18 points of damage from the bow.
And then roll me a d4, please, Graham.
No.
I don't know that was an option.
Yeah, just no. I'm not gonna. That's a 4.
Oh, so
I'm not even kidding. I can take a photo if you want me
no,
to.
no, it's okay
right?
because I rolled a d4 after you said no, and I rolled a 4 as well. So
Okay.
that's perfect. So the next time, as you go to take your second shot, you kind of lose grip on the bow, and it is going to fall from your grip. But as it's a 4, it's going to go west, so it's going to land just about 5 or 6 feet away from you. Just as you pulled back, it's kind of slipped out of your hand and fallen to the ground.
Cool. Then I'll move to there and use my free action to pick it up.
Yeah.
So I have it back.
You do have it back. That's not a problem.
Is there anything else I could do right this second? I've used my action. We used a little bit of movement. I haven't used a bonus action. There's not any bonus actions that I can do. Ooh, 1 second. 1 second.
Do we know this thing's? I know Bogrud has just attacked. Do we know this is evil?
Well, we just saw it rip apart a couple. Well, we saw it beat up some pegasi, so probably.
Yeah.
And you were told that they all live in peace.
Yeah.
And harmony.
Harmony.
DM ruling for next turn. If I take my potion of poison and apply it to an arrow that I fire from my bow, will that bow then do additional poison damage on a hit?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, well, I'll use my bonus action to treat... I mean, it's a full potion. Surely I could treat 2 arrows with that?
If it's a full potion, I would say you could just dip the tip of the arrows into the potion, into the poison.
All of my arrows?
Well, I would say you'd be able to
give me a limited number of poison arrows, please.
It's a full potion of poison that you have, so I will go as far as saying you will be able to dip 10 arrows into it.
10,
I would have made him roll. Roll a d10, see how many you get.
1.
10's a lot.
No backsies, he said 10. I can roll for it if you want me to roll for it.
No. Well, if you want, it's either roll a d20 or take a 10. But it's either a 10 or whatever you get on a roll on a d20.
I rolled a d20 and I swear to God, I am not even joking.
Roll 20.
Yeah.
I mean, I can take a photo, but I will roll it on roll 20. I don't mind.
I trust you all.
Nobody believes me, but I legitimately swear to God.
I just exact words. I trust you all. How is that not believing you?
I'm putting it in the group chat right now. Not that anybody will believe it, but it genuinely, legitimately happened. It's a 20. That is exactly how it landed. That is exactly how it sat. But I will roll it anyway.
Is that shit or bust rolling again? Look at that!
You know what? I'll take the 19. I don't give a fuck. It's 1 arrow. Don't believe me. I don't care. I'll take 1 less.
Oh, that's nice dice.
They are nice dice.
They're the Vax one?
The Vaxeldan critical role ones. Yeah,
That's cool.
it's fine. I'll take the 19 because the rest of the group doesn't believe that I nat rolled a 20. I'll take the 19.
You rolled a nat 20, so I will say you have 20. There's no point. What's my rolling a 20 if you don't get to use the 20? I will take your word for it, Graham.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So you.
It was a 2, really. But no, I'm joking. It genuinely was a 20. I don't lie unless I'm GMing. If I'm GMing, I will then lie about how badly I've killed you all.
That's fudging, not lying.
Yes.
Yeah, I fudge rolls when I am DM, but not when I'm playing. When I'm playing, you get told what I rolled, and that is that. Anywho, yeah. So I've now got 20 poison arrows. How much extra damage does a poison arrow do?
Yeah, I'm happy to say an extra D8 of poison.
Sweet.
Jesus, God.
It's nice to say yes, Callum, as a DM.
Oh, no.
I like to say yes. You guys have got to have fun. But if that's Bogwood's turn...
The potion of poison is 3d6, so 1d8 for an arrow is fair.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Bogwood starts dipping his arrows into his poison.
Yeah.
Then next up, Sam or Dolian. Does anyone have a preference? You both rolled a 15, didn't you?
What's it on then, Dex?
Yeah, Dex.
Unless one of you wants to hold their turn for the other person to go first. It's up to you.
That one.
Sam rolled a 4.
Oh, what am I looking at? Oh, I know why, because I'm looking at that perception 15 for some reason. So, sorry, guys. So, no, it is actually, I'm going to let Dolian go first.
I'm just going to see Bogard firing these arrows at the big guy, and I go, fuck it, I'll show you how it's done, and bring out Stormcaller and list off one.
Who the hell is Storm? Who is this guy?
Oh, you've not seen Stormcaller yet, have you?
No.
A 19 will hit.
Oh, that's piss poor. That's piss poor. Oh,
That's amazing.
Yeah, you saw
that one.
You got a 1 on both.
Look at the ones in that.
I think I'm going to cry.
What is it going on?
Of a possible 18 damage, you did 7.
So you see a faint crackle of thunder and the almost like boom, just a little crack of thunder and a little bit of bright lightning, almost like
someone's like a party popper.
Yeah. It's like Thor Ragnarok where he sparkles instead of full lightning. It's just sparkles that come off this cloud giant, and
it's like Twilight all over again.
Yeah, so you take your shot and you do some damage to these giants.
It's usually a bit bigger than that, Bob. I promise.
That's what she said.
Doesn't happen all the time. I can go again in a minute. I just need a moment.
Exactly.
Sorry, mate. Bob, happens to the rest of us. It's okay.
That's okay. You with friends.
So I'm going to just talk to everyone and go, can someone get fucking close to that thing? Please. And now I end my turn.
Next up is the giant.
Now you said to get close to that thing. It's going to get close to us now.
In my head, every time you say next up, I keep expecting to hear you go, is The Rock. Just people's elbow. So, I've got full-on WWE on the brain. Because you said The Rock so many times.
The Rock. The Rock's a cool guy. Dwayne
Can't
Johnson.
stop The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
What is he going to do? So the first thing he's going to do is, seeing what you have just done, is he is going to cast... not detect magic, wrong one. He's going to detect...
Oh, these guys magic.
You've got magic things.
He's going to cast Fog Cloud.
Ah, shit.
first level, and he's going to put it directly where he just saw that thunder and lightning come from, I think, because they don't like thunder and lightning.
Ah, what a fool.
So yeah, there is is it 20 foot?
20-foot radius.
Like a sphere.
It's in that one there.
So basically 10 foot less than fireball.
20 foot sphere. We'll do white because it's.
Do you know what? This has been foreshadowed. Because it's been specifically mentioned that it's quite calm. No wind.
Easy straw.
And he throws it down on that bottom island, so you are all there now in a cloud of fog. You can't see as clearly. And then the next thing he's going to do is he's going to start moving.
Now the fog
has gone.
No, no, was in my way.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's going to move 40 feet to get to that bridge, and also in between the lot of you there. And he will, as he's running, you see kind of crazed look in his eye, and you see him sniffing. We've not smelled elf or human. I can't wait to eat you all.
It's Arnie.
It says it in common as well. He can speak common.
Ooh.
That's his turn, and after his turn, then we move to Greg. Is Greg on this map, Angela?
I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would have, once he's seen the giant tearing the wings off the thing, he would have turned around and gone back and shouted to him, like anybody that could hear him, what was going on. But
yeah.
He went straight back, so yeah, he'd still be on this map.
So, yeah, but you were in a cloud of fog on these sky islands.
Well, I'm in the general direction where the giant was, not where he is now, obviously.
Yeah.
So I would not move, but I would generally just fire an arrow off in that direction. So I'm not going to roll for it because there's nothing there.
Well, no, yeah, I guess, well, technically you would roll with disadvantage anyway. So if you want to roll an attack with disadvantage just to see if you're able, I mean, it's a very loud when he's moving around, so you'd hear the footsteps again, boom, 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 as he moves.
It would just be light crossbow, normal. 12.
So you fire out of this fog cloud, not quite sure where the arrow goes, but you don't hear any noise of pain or anything from the giant.
Yep. Oh, well, I try.
Anything else Greg would like to do?
He's gonna get down on his hands and knees and move up this way a bit. He's not gonna go back because he can't see anything and he's kind of getting scared again.
No, I mean, if you want to crawl, then it'd be half, obviously, movement speed.
Yeah.
But you would be able to feel where the edge of the island is, and also you would be able to use your hands to feel the bridge.
Yeah.
So you can move half movement, and I would say you would be able to find the bridge.
Yeah, I've stopped just at this side of the bridge, so I'm still in the fog. I'm still on my hands and knees, but I'm there at the end of the bridge.
Cool. And then after... Pardon?
Don't step on me.
We move then to Sam. Surrounded in fog, you hear the boom, boom. You hear the booming voices. This giant's moving around, but you're not quite sure where he is.
And of course, my Eldritch Invocation Devil Sight only applies to darkness, not fog.
Oh,
Damn it.
sorry.
No, you're not.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't know what I was going to do with him.
So, look.
That's what she said.
Hmm.
Things that make you go,
I'll be back in 1 sec. I have a thing. I'm just nipping.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait.
meta.
Most of my good stuff is like close range. I don't want to get close to that.
All of my stuff is
Yeah, true.
but I need someone close to. Do you know what?
I'm hoping that on my next turn, I can get out of the fog and cast Phantasmal Force at him, hoping that he'll fail the intelligence check, and then I can just make him think that he is on a tiny little bit of land and there is no more land for him to move to. He's stranded
I think I'm going to try and cast Fairy Fire because it gives any attack roll against an affected creature has advantage if the attacker can see it. So that's for a minute. So that gives everyone advantage.
Yes!
And also lights him up.
At the moment, you can't see the giant.
No, I've got to get out of this cloud to do it. And the range is 60 feet, so that's my plan. Each object in a 20-foot cube. If it fails a dexterity saving throw, I can't think he's that dexterous. So it will light him up and hopefully give everyone advantage. Who wants inspiration next? Because I'll do that as a bonus action.
I do.
You're not allowed inspiration.
Did you just stand off to one side to hear us talking meta while you weren't there?
No, I did nip to the bathroom, and then I put my headphones on just while I was out of shot.
It wasn't really meta.
A little bit.
It's okay, I'll just watch it back, and then I'll know how badly to punish you next time.
Yeah, we're just talking trash, that's all.
I didn't speak for what it's worth. I didn't say a word. I could have said many, many words. I said no words.
Suspicious by your silence.
Okay.
So,
no, it's just if I get involved in the meta, I can give you a complete breakdown of its stats and abilities, and that's not fair.
No.
So I say nothing.
Now that's meta.
Exactly.
Why do you think I'm homebrewing all the monsters for the one shot?
Because I've not extensively studied all of Scott's imaginary monsters.
Yes.
I'm going to follow Greg's example, though. I can't cast anything if I can't see it, so I'm going to be very careful not to fall off this island and crawl in the direction of Greg. I'm going to call out to everybody else as well that we should all basically try and move in the same direction if anyone has found the bridge yet.
Well, you all saw where the bridge was before he cast the spell, so I would say you would be able to have an idea which direction to going to the thing, especially if you're on your hands and knees. As I said, it'll be half speed, but you will be able to feel the edge of the island and feel the bridge. So you would be able to find your way over the bridge, but you'd only be able to move at half speed.
I'm just reading the description of Fog Cloud. If you cast it as a 9th level spell, it's 200-foot radius of fog.
Wow.
That's a lot of fog.
Wow.
So I can get next to Greg.
I only have 3rd level spells.
Ow, you stand on my tail.
It's more than what I have. I have only got 2nd level.
Greg doesn't have it.
I know.
He doesn't.
Greg, roll me a deception.
Okay. Oh no.
I would have said a con save for somebody standing on his penis.
So yeah, I would say Greg believes he has a tail.
Yeah.
And Simon's just stood on it.
Cool.
Because I'm worried about Greg feeling too high. Well, no, maybe not high enough.
Give him a bottle of water and it's a good sit longer.
Well, I'm gonna give Greg inspiration, an inspirational speech to try and kind of gee him up to cast Fireball in the right direction. So have some inspiration, Angela.
It's very sealed.
Wasn't going to, but I suppose.
And that's me done.
Cool. So then we move back to the top of the round with Bob.
So the Phoenix still looks like it's going to leave. So I'm going to try and cast. I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Entangled.
Okay.
I'll put it in the thing. I think there's a difference.
Ooh.
So are you casting this on the Phoenix?
No, I'm casting it on
No.
the giant. Sorry.
I was kind of just the Phoenix looks like it's about to fuck off, so I'm gonna tie it up with vines. It's like great. Now we're fighting a giant and a Phoenix. Well,
So
yeah.
a DC 13.
Can I cast
So
that at level 2 or?
Well, you should give you the option of what level you want to cast it at.
I don't think so then, because it just gives me like.
Oh wait, no, it
It just
doesn't
tells
say
me
if
like
cast
1
as a
and then
higher level.
2.
It does a very specific thing. I think it doesn't have an upcast for that one. It just does what it does.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, I cast that. I cast that to see if it does. I've got a funny feeling I'll make the save.
So you cast Entangle and you see vines and roots start growing up through the island and start wrapping around the cloud giant's feet. And as they do, he just lifts his leg up and you see all the vines just snap instantly and he is not entangled.
Okay. Can I shoot an arrow at it? Am I allowed? Was the spell my action?
That spell would be the action, yeah.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I'm going to try and move towards the Phoenix to see if I can. Actually, no, I won't. I'll go see where. Is that like a wee hut, a wee stone hut or something?
What, this here?
Yeah.
More so like a cave as such. Like, it looks. There's no stone or wooden buildings on here, but it looks like it's a place where they do use for like storage or somewhere to stand out the rain.
I'll head to that and stand at the edge of it to use as cover, and I'll prepare myself for the next round. Because there's not really any bonus actions or anything. That was really the entangle was really my only shot.
So next up is Boglod.
Is this hole an issue, or is it just map design from a pre-designed map?
I designed this map myself. What do you mean? Yes, it's okay. Yeah, there's no hole there really. It's just a bridge.
Fine. I'll use a bonus action to activate my Eldritch Claw tattoo. Let me just.
Be 1 second. I think I'm saying good night.
Yep.
Meta.
Well, there is now somebody close enough for Doleon to get his sneak attack on if he manages to get a successful hit on his next turn.
Oh, I'm going crit hunting next turn. Oh.
Yeah, but given the way the rolls have been going, it's going to be the wrong kind of crit.
Well, no,
Let's go.
I can't
And
hit
you
Boggled
just get
from
the
this side.
inspiration for Fireball. Oops.
I genuinely Fireball Bogrud. I do not care. In fact, actually, Fireball Bogrud, I can invoke my Cloud Rune to reverse the damage and send it at the Cloud Giant.
That's fine then.
And if you hit that one, you hit the Cloud Giant.
I will Fireball instead.
Because hang on, Fire Rune. Hang on. Not Cloud Rune. Sorry, not Fire
Cloud Rune.
Yeah. When you or a creature you can see is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to invoke the rune. Yeah, fine.
Oh,
absolutely fine.
Perfect.
So yes, you have Eldritch Maul, bonus action, and what? You charged or moved over?
I've just come up to him. I'm not charging. I'm just moving up to him because that way I get 2 attacks.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll it in Roll20, or are you happy if I roll the dice?
I am more than happy for you to do whichever you prefer.
Roll20 can be meh, but this dice is either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. So either way, funny things happen. Right, so I have plus
shenanigans.
That's a dirty 26.
That hits.
And that's a nat 1. See, you see what I mean? An 18 and a 1.
That's crazy.
First attack. Do you want to do the damage for the first attack?
Yeah, sure. I need more dice. 1 second.
A lot of nat ones tonight.
Honestly, these dice are evil and at the same time amazing.
Because you didn't charge them up when you first got them, they don't know what number they're supposed to
To be
hit.
fair, that's the best dice to have, surely. Like, always gonna be something good.
It's either gonna be something good or something very bad.
True.
But that's good for the funnies. I need that one. I need that one. Right, okay. Right. Oh no, I lost a dice on the floor.
It's okay, Harry will find it.
Oh, it's fine. I'll find it in a bit. I don't need it now. It was probably a D something that I don't need. I've got my 4 D6s and my D12s, so I'm fine. Right, okay. First dice. That's rubbish. That's 8 plus 8, so 16. And I'm going to invoke my fire rune at the same time and attempt to shackle him, which I know won't work, but he does still get the damage.
Yeah.
So that's another 7, so 8, 8, and 7. So that's 23 damage, and he has to make a strength saving throw.
Cool. So it's 27.
Sorry. 8 plus, it was 8 is 16 plus 23 points of damage and a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. He doesn't have a saving throw, but yeah.
No, you're fine.
These giants are very strong.
Yeah, they're very strong. That's about all they can do, but yes, very strong.
Second attack. So Bogwood runs in. As he does, you can see his tattoo, I'm guessing, like flash or glow.
Oh, actually, hang on. I have inspiration from the last session. I can re-roll my last attack. Ha! I forgot I had that. Let me re-roll.
Cool.
That's a 12 plus 8. Dirty 20.
That also hits then.
Oh, thank God. I was worried then that I was about to fucking nat 1. I almost did. What would have happened out of interest if I'd have...
You were going to be falling off the side of the bridge, I think.
I'd have had to flow.
Yeah, luckily it was you that it happened to rather than anybody who can't fly.
Well, I re-rolled and got a dirty 20 because you gave me inspiration last session, which is more fool you.
No, I'm sure you made a funny that made me chuckle, so I was happy to award it.
So does inspiration just give you the ability to re-roll, or does it add a certain amount, or either?
Advantage and such.
You just get to re-roll any dice roll that you choose.
I get you.
Right, let's re-roll this damage. Okay, so it's only 2d6 this time, not 4. So that's that plus that. So that's 16, 24 on this one. I did more damage, even though I rolled less dice because D&D. Absolutely ridiculous.
Bogwood, you see him, he starts running, charging towards this giant, and as he does, you see his tattoo start glowing as he's powering up, and he runs in, and as always, Bogwood runs in, leads with the right, and connects with a left hook and 2 clear punches, as he's grown to the same sort of size and does a considerable amount of damage, but the giant still looks enraged and
I think compared to a giant, I'm half the size of the giant. Even in giant form, I'm half the size of that giant.
Yeah, because this giant is classed as huge.
It's 3x3, and I'm 2x2, so it's a size larger than me, isn't it?
Yeah. But I would still say because you've got the 15-foot reach with your maul anyway.
Oh
so
yeah, but I'm punching him up close, so it's like basically he's getting a load of bloody blows. There's no uppercuts right now.
Yeah, body goes down, head follows it. So
exactly.
But yeah, considerable amount of damage. 2 thunderous blows come from Bogwood, and But like I say, he still looks enraged, doesn't seem to care about any damage. He just wants to...
I want to try and taunt him in Giant and literally just say to him, your mum, I don't know, your mother is a shrew and your father smells of elderberries, or whatever the quote from Monty Python is, that I cannot remember off the top of my head right this second. But basically, I'm trying to make it so that he forgets about the others and focuses on me.
Yeah. So yeah, you say that, and again, you see he was already angry and just looked out of control. And if anything, his eyes kind of grow a little bit as he stares towards you as you say that. He does not look happy at all.
Just in Giant, come and have a go with your feet, you're hard enough. Yeah, that's it for Bogrud. Bogrud's turn's over.
So we now move to Dolian, who will find himself... Oh, here he is. We find him here.
Oh, we're here, sorry.
No, so we back to yourself now, Dolian, and you hear all this commotion going on in the distance, but you can't quite see what's going on, and you say you're still in this fog cloud.
That's fine. I'm going to try and move out of this fog cloud, if Roll20 will let me. I can't move my token anymore.
Sorry, my fault.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, should be done now.
No.
Now!
There. Yes. Fantastic. So is it half movement in this fog?
No, half movement if you're getting lower to the ground and crawling.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm confident enough that I was close enough that I know where I'm going. So I'm going to go onto the bridge. 5, 10, 15.
If you're walking across the bridge with no, like, not feeling, just generally walking, I will need roll what would it be? Roll a perception check just to see if you're able to find or an investigation just as you're walking. So are we taking the investigation? Obviously, because I said perception, then investigation. I'm guessing you just pressed perception as soon as I said it there, Ali.
Yeah.
I thought so. So yeah, you're able to walk slowly. You use your tail in front of you like a walking stick, and you're able to find the bridge and move across it.
Fantastic.
Because I'm kind.
You're a lovely goal.
Otherwise, you're falling off the side.
Yeah, so I've got line of sight now, don't I?
You have line of sight.
I'm going to use Stormcaller to smash this big boy in the face, hopefully. And I'll go crit hunting, because Bogdan's there. Oh, look what we got.
Cha-cha-ching!
I think I'll just... I need a calculator for this kind of damage.
Wow.
25.
53.
Yeah, something like that.
Fuck me. I hadn't even got the calculator out by the time Graham got there.
So this time, you draw back on Stormcaller. As you release it this time, the sky itself almost lights up with electrical sparks as this bolt of lightning flies straight from your bow, and you hear a massive bang of thunder as it hits him in the back as he's facing off against Bogwood and hits him. He doesn't see it coming, and you hear him just yell out in incredible pain. And you see as the explosion of thunder damage happens, you see just a wound just opens up on his back and blood just pours out, and he looks blooded and in a considerable amount of pain.
Yeah! Did you see that, guys? No, you didn't see that.
We're in the fog.
Literally, nobody saw that because I'm on the other side of the giant as well. So I've just seen him start feeling really sorry for himself.
Well, I think with the sky lighting up, Bogard and Bob would have seen that.
Well, we did. Bob maybe. Bogred's on the other side of the giant, so he's seen a flash of light, and then the giant start going, "Ah!" But he's not seen you fire the bow.
Yeah, he doesn't know where it's come from.
As far as Bogred's concerned, this guy's just randomly been struck by lightning for no apparent reason.
Just forced his displeasure. Yes.
Like Bogred's still there going, "Oh, you most unlucky bastard in the fucking stratosphere."
Then I'm going to finish my movement and get off the ridge. That'll be my turn.
Cool. So next up is the Cloud Giant.
He's going to be a dick to me now, isn't he?
No, he's going to try and hit me.
Oh, decisions.
Although he would know that he's just been shot in the back, and that was considerably. Yeah. I think that one attack did about as much as my 2 attacks did.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
so
my attack couldn't have got much better, really.
No, that a 9 and an 8 on that first one is like literally max damage on that first one. And then 2 6s on your second sneaker. Oh yeah, that was a really good damage roll for you. That's almost max damage for you, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'm missing about 15 points of damage. But apart from that, it's the best I've ever rolled on Stormcaller.
So, feeling that pain that shot him in the back, he turns around. He saw you use that before, and he's going to cast Telekinesis.
Oh,
I know.
What Nesis?
So he gained the ability to move. Why does it not tell me what my spell save is with this guy?
Is that psychic by
Charisma +3. Well, it's no damage. He's just trying to move you. You're resistant to psychic damage, aren't you?
Yes, aye.
So his charisma is his spell casting. So
His ability check with spellcast ability contested.
Charisma versus strength.
Fuck off.
So I rolled a dirty 20.
I physically cannot get that.
The most he can roll is a 19 because even with a nat 20, he has -1.
Well, nat 20s count a little bit, but
No, they don't.
Whoa! What?
2. I rolled a 2. Put that out there.
Dolian's just going to get catapulted off the side of the island.
he is going to push you back off the island using telekinesis.
Can I uncanny dodge that? No, I don't think I can.
No. So Dolian starts falling off the side.
oh, God.
This is the end.
Everyone games are trying to kill your characters, Ali.
I fucking like Dolian. That's the trouble.
It's okay.
Did Bogrud see that happen?
I am going to rule no because
Right, I can't help you then.
If you couldn't see where the attack came from, you wouldn't have seen him turn around and use his telekinesis.
No, that's entirely fair.
So, but that's
Dolian's dead, so Ali can start rolling a new character.
that's his turn. Next up is Sam.
Sam's still in this damn fog cloud. He's hearing
Sam
a lot
and
of
Gregor.
we're hearing a lot of shit that's going on. So 5, 10, 15. My half movement will get me to the bridge.
Yeah.
So that's used all my movement now, hasn't it?
Yeah, because it's half movement. But you are just out of the fog now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So as Sam is crawling on the ground, finds the bridge, you're obviously down low. You can see over the edge of the bridge, and you do see Dolian just as if he's just been pushed over, and you see him just starting to plummet down.
And I can do fuck all about it. I've got nothing that will help.
Bye.
Oh, sorry,
Greg.
no, sorry, yeah, it is Greg before Sam. So we'll leave Sam there. Sam can move after, I guess, and do his turn. Sorry, Angela.
No, it's all right. I just didn't want to get missed out and then like go all the way around it.
No, we wouldn't have done. But no, so yes, Greg, your turn. So you hear all this noise going on, but you're still in the fog cloud. You see very little.
Can I do a perception to see if I can pinpoint where it's coming from?
You can do, but it would be at disadvantage because of the fog. So you could try to see. So yeah, you're not quite sure where it's coming from. So like you're seeing bits through the mist, but you're not quite sure what it is you're seeing.
Right, so I'm going to crawl my way out of the fog.
Yep.
And
I'd say same for yourself as it was for Kat. As soon as you crawl through and you're crawling on the bridge, you do see Dolly and just start falling down.
I've got a question.
Yeah?
It says you can move me 30 feet in any direction, including upwards, but not beyond the range of the spell.
Yeah. The spell is 60 feet.
And you're 55 feet away.
Okay, then you're falling over that way and nobody can see you.
That's fine. No, that's fine. I just double checking that all.
It's okay. It's okay.
So serves you right for rule DMing.
I'm just reading through it. That's all.
He pulls you towards him with his mind until he sees you teeter over the edge and start falling.
If that's what you want, that's what'll happen.
falling or not then?
Oh, he's falling.
He's falling.
And now none of you know now. He's been pulled a different direction and nobody can see him.
Right, okay, well in that case, I shall come out the fog and cast Fireball.
Fireball!
Could have helped you, but I can't see you.
Oh, no, it's fine. No one can see me. I'm falling. I can't remember the song.
Press to show the spell description, somebody, because it won't let me do it. Thank you.
As a dex save 14.
Right, I can't choose to fail the saving throw. That's fine. So I just have to fail it. No problem. I can do that. I'll do it live, and we'll see. So it's a dex save because it'll hit both of us, right?
Yeah.
So I failed that dex save.
Well, I rolled, but I'll do it on here as well. So dex here, which is a 7.
So you failed yours as well. So that's 28 for me, 28 for you. However, hang on. Does the 28 that you take kill you?
Oh, no.
No, okay. Well, I'm going to invoke my cloud rune then and redirect my 28 points of damage back at you. So that's 56 points of damage that you take.
I mean, he drops to a knee. Ooh. You see him charred, hole in his back. Still a little bit of like electricity just like simmering around the wound, and he looks all kind of hurt.
I've only just got out the fog cloud.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and we've nearly killed him.
So is that Greg's turn done?
Yeah, that's his movement and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, Greg steps out the cloud and just launches a huge fireball towards this giant.
Sam gave me a prep talk to do it, so I did it.
And then we move to Sam. So Sam's crawled his way out now, and he can see what he can see.
Okie dokie. Now I don't have to think about what's the range on that. You'd think I'd read up on what I should have been doing, but no. Let's just do a quick double Eldritch Blast, because the oldies are the besties. Oh, that's a 20. Ooh. Wow, that's some huge difference I've made there.
Definitely hits.
And tickles.
So yeah, Sam steps out the thing, and while he's still crawling, he just gets to his knees and just 2 blasts of energy out of his hands, and they both hit Giant in the chest this time, because he's turned around facing to where Dolian was, and he takes 2 in his chest and again, you see him. He was on one knee. You see him. He puts his hand down and he's breathing heavy, covered in marks. Now he doesn't look as if he can carry on much longer. Then,
yeah, and I'm just gonna stand to my feet and watch the fun. And that's my turn.
So as we're at top of the round, this time because nobody interacted with the Phoenix this time, the Phoenix starts flapping his wings, and this is what was going to happen. But the fog cloud, he gusts it away when he flaps his wings. But being good, with a fly speed of 120 feet, he takes off and he starts flying, and he's going to dash as well. And as he flies down, he is going to try and catch Dolian with his claw, with his talon, and he's able to do so, and he holds you there.
Imagine if that was a nat one. It's like the Phoenix slits your throat with its talons, so you fall into the ground, bleeding out from the neck.
So Dolian, you're free falling, spinning through the air, and then all of a sudden you just feel this tight force just grip you, and then suddenly you're no longer falling down, and you can feel the wind blowing down as you see a giant Phoenix has just grabbed you in his talon.
I love you.
I love you too.
I was talking to the Phoenix, but okay.
I am the Phoenix. But that's his turn, and then we move to Bob.
Yep, Bob's going to take 2 shots at the giant with his bow. He's going to hunter's mark it first for that little bit of damage.
Yep.
So does a 11 plus 7 hit?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll do the other one as well, just to save his time. And that 12. So 12 plus 7, that'll hit. So
that will hit, yeah.
D. Where's the bow? 1d8 plus 4, so 2 d8s, and then the d6 for hunter's mark. So the first one was a 3 plus 4, so 7 on that, and then the next one was a 6 plus 4, so 10 plus 7, 17, and then the hunter's mark 4. I roll the hunter's mark twice for both arrows.
Yep.
And then 5, so
26 points of damage.
He's already dead.
Oh.
So yeah, Bob, you peek round from the mound that you're currently hiding or taking cover behind and launch 2 arrows, and again one hits him between the ribs and you see it goes deep into his torso, and the other one hits him and you see him he's on his knee already, one hand on the ground, and he just face plants down and he falls dead.
Sweet.
Can I search him for anything useful?
You can search him for anything useful.
And then push him over the edge.
That is exactly my plan.
You find a pair of
pants.
No. You find
Pegasus wings.
Pegasus wings. He has in him on his person. He also has a Morning Star, but he doesn't seem to have anything else. But you do. If you roll,
okay. What am I rolling?
I'll say roll. I would say perception, but I know yours is good. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what you see. You see, he does have on one of his shoulders. He has a brand, like as if he's been branded, and it is in Giant. And Bogwood can read Giant, and you will see that it says Exile.
Cool.
On his shoulder.
No belt of giant strength on this guy.
No, not this guy.
Damn. Can I make one out of him?
I'm going to just went on to the evil scale.
That got awkward.
Can I fashion one out of him?
I don't know if that's how they are made, is it? I don't know.
I don't honestly know.
No.
Hang on. I mean, it could be. In your world, it could be.
But while you're thinking about what parts you want to take to make this potentially,
Try and fashion it.
I know what's also going to be happening is you're all going to see flames rising between the islands as you see this phoenix flying high, and as it does, it drops Dolian on this little bit here, and then as he drops, he's just going to keep on flying higher and higher, and he's going to start making his way also just away from all this chaos that's just been going on here. This place was quite tranquil and peaceful before you arrived.
I'm just going to shout, I've been reborn in the flames of a phoenix! You can't kill me! Don't try.
Yeah.
Yes, I think this guy has your baby. And I point at Bob.
Please, can I have a belt of cloud giant strength?
Are you not strong enough, Bogart?
I know.
It gives me a strength stat of 27.
I think you've just argued against one.
My point. It's a legendary item. We're too low level for legendary items now. No, it's cool. It's fine. But it would be so good.
It would have been good.
One day.
If you'd have not thought about it and just gone, yeah, sure. Fool.
What
That's what happens when Pegasus have their
Next, what you see is these two pegasi that are on the floor, wings gone. You see, as they've slowly kind of stopped moving, suddenly again you see another explosion, and you see two other creatures look like pegasi, but instead of white fur and looking as Angelica said, these are black with a flame mane above them.
They're nightmares.
They are nightmares, and they stand up, and steam coming from their nostrils as they're just like a ball just on the ground looking at you all. And we're going to stay in the same initiative order, and as Bob was the last to go, we will start off straight with Bogwood with these two nightmares, who I will roll there. Oh my god.
Is this like a thing from like actual mythology?
Yeah, I was going to
I'm
ask.
gonna have to look it up later.
Yeah,
That's quite. I've never known about that mythology. Sorry.
Yeah,
I know about it from watching My Little Pony with Evie.
I saw that in My Little Pony.
So is it me to go then?
It is Bogwood to go. I just rolled them into the initiative, and
Badly, from the sound of things. Yeah.
that's how I normally roll initiative, so yeah, I rolled a 4.
I'm guessing that I can't put the Pegasus wings back on to fix them, because that probably won't work.
No, I don't think
This
so.
is Bogrod's current inner monologue. It's like he's looking at these Pegasus wings he found on this giant and going, would it fix it? Nah, probably not.
I think it would need some real high level healing to like grow limbs again or something.
He'll keep those to one side because they could be useful at some point or another. What would be required for me to throw the cloud giant corpse at the nightmares?
Lot of strength.
I would
A
say.
I mean, I'm not figuring that it's possible. It's just if there's a chance, I might roll for it.
I would say it would be very difficult. So it'd be a strength check, and it'd be a DC of at least 20.
So I need to roll higher than a 20 on a strength check with advantage. Okay. How much damage does a cloud giant corpse do to two nightmares?
I will say it would be, if it's 1d6 for 10 foot of falling damage normal, a cloud giant landing, I'm going to say 3d8. On
And
both
based
of
on
them.
its size, it'd hit both. It could
Yeah.
be worth it for the. Fuck it, I'm going to do it. And if I miss, it'll just fall, and I've not really wasted anything. So fuck it, I'm going to roll. Do you want me to roll it on roll 20? So you know I'm not. lying?
No. If roll it dice or roll 20, I will take your roll.
Take me at my word. In fact, you know, I'll record it, right? And then if anybody argues with what I say, they know.
Oh, I just like to wind you up about it, Graham.
Yeah, I know you do, but it's just the point. It's the point in it, right? So you'll hear on the video now. This is me saying I'm about to roll my dice. Okay, so here's dice number 1. That's an 8 plus strength would be a 12, so that's not going to do it.
I thought the DC was 20.
And that's a 3 plus 4, so that's a 7. So that's both fails. So
Yeah,
I'll delete this video because it's now pointless because I don't need to prove anything because they were both losing rolls. But that's besides the point.
You would all see though, Bog would bend over and try to pick up this giant. You see his muscles start straining and sweat.
Just roll him off the edge.
Trying to lift him, and you see it looks like he's lifting him. It looks like he's lifting, but then you notice it's just one side that he's lifting, and Bogwood just rolls this giant off the side.
But not so bad that Bogwood falls too.
No, you're not falling on that. No, so you push this giant.
I'd have made me fall on those rolls. Those rolls were terrible.
You take a point of exhaustion because of how tired you've
No, but you're just trying to lift it up, aren't you? So I don't think you would fall.
I think its weight would have carried me with it, I reckon. It's a size larger than me. But you're DM. I'm just saying what I might have done.
Bogwood's a very strong individual.
He is very strong.
I would just say he's unable to lift him up, but he's able to move him slightly on the ground.
I'm guessing that was my action.
Yes.
What can I do as a bonus action? Anything? I don't think so. I don't really have any bonus actions.
Oh, your bonus actions are to pump yourself up, aren't they, in a sense?
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think...
Right, guys, I think I'm going to head off now because I'm starting to get a headache again. I'm feeling quite tired. So I will leave you here. No, it's all right. I just need to sleep now. Feel free to move Sam on and Eldritch Blast anything in sight. Keep him out of trouble and keep my boy alive.
I will do my best.
Cool. Let me know any hijinks that get up to, and I will see you in the chat tomorrow.
Yes, we shall.
Night, Cat.
Night.
Night.
Bye.
I'm gonna do the same, guys, because I'm